Enlightenment is an escape. It is a concept that we create, that we believe when we have problems, when we have conflict within ourselves. And we try to find a solution, an appealing solution, into some kind of word which is not this, which is not within our perception yet. So we have conflict inside, and we create conflict because we resist life. We resist what we are perceiving. How can this be solved? How can this bring this alignment that we are hoping for? That moment where we just finally feel fine. That's a kind of nonsense, isn't it? I have conflict inside. I've been promised, or I believe in some kind of other life, other perception, other state of my mind, of myself. And I try to find it because I don't like what I'm perceiving. I'm not saying that we cannot improve ourselves and probably take it to a state which is beyond our ordinary non-awakened condition. And when I mean non-awakened condition, I mean with the ordinary human identification with the flow of mind, of the thoughts, and with its identification with the body. So I'm not saying that it's not possible to improve that state and to discover a different perception of ourselves, which is not an intellectual perception, it's not an intellectual idea, it's not some kind of personal improvement path, which for me they are all limited because we're trying to remove an idea with another idea. I don't have self-esteem in myself. I do some kind of dumb course where they make me repeat every day that I'm gonna conquer the world, and then I'm gonna go around with an inflated ego and an inflated personality, believing that I'm strong from that point. And I know as a fact that I will be oscillating between weakness and strength, no strength and feeling strong. Being able to conquer that with that excitement, everything, and feeling so low that, I cannot bear life anymore. So in that sense, all the personal development path, they are trying to polish the surface of our mind, of our psychological state, by convincing ourselves with new ideas. Can this be the end of the game? Or there could be something more that we can address and discover for ourselves if we take things more seriously. And if we don't believe none of that, of this guru promising a big change that is gonna turn your life into something else, or some kind of system. If there is a conflict and the problem of enlightenment rise from that conflict, because if we'll be fine, we will not look for anything else, isn't it? We'll just enjoy our perceptions, our life, nature, the flowers, the wind, the sounds and everything. But because there is a conflict, we're not able to enjoy all those things. From there, because we have some kind of inclination different from the guy who goes to the bar to drink beer to solve that problem, or to the guy who goes to praying in church, we try to do some mystical work with ourselves, to acquire some kind of special capabilities, to achieve some particular state, samadhi, whatever it is of these things. without addressing the real issue, that we are the issue, the conflicts are the issues. Most of the time created by the lack of integrity between what we think, feel and do, and not honest with ourselves, as consequence with others. How we can improve with some kind of enlightenment or spiritual practice, or some kind of plant medicine that is going to throw us in the sky for a little bit. It's going to give us a different perception of ourselves. We believe this is it, when we are not considering actually the ground where we are standing with our feet. And all these promises of enlightenment, they become trivial and purposeless things, because we will end up in the cyclical up and downs of life, which are part of it. We cannot escape life in this sense. Enlightenment represents for sure a big thing, especially nowadays, due to this big globalization of things and the facility that we have to access information and to become a guru with some kind of sponsor ads and some appealing images and marketing and some big promises to some poor people who are totally desperate. Because I'm not pointing the finger to anybody here, I'm just expressing my opinion, and maybe could be insightful for you if you verify for yourself. All these promises, all these achievements, all these special things that might happen in your life based on the fact that you have a conflict and you want to solve that conflict, which is the cause itself of looking for an improvement, leave us ultimately sad. Only when this movement, these beliefs, these conflicts, this integrity, these conflicts solve themselves by watching them, by seeing them, by observing them, by understanding that they are there. And the reason why we look for these mystical promises, it's right there in front of us, so we don't want to see it. We don't ask ourselves, why are we looking? Am I looking for this? If when I go on the street I behave in this way, if I think this but I do something else, if I'm creating notes every damn minute in my life, just because there is no little distance between myself, who am I really, and what I'm doing here around. In my opinion, there is no such thing as enlightenment, and there is such thing as enlightenment in the sense that there is a possibility of improving and perceiving ourselves by aligning ourselves with the flow of life and with the flow of ourselves naturally, spontaneously, to build the ground and the perfect possibility from which we can explore the human possibilities that for sure they extend beyond the ordinary. But as long as we are into conflicts and we are closed in this cage, desperately trying to look for solution, we will never have that clarity and the detachment from the life circumstances that allow us to see things clearly for ourselves and to explore our human body, our vital energies, our minds as a genius minds, with creativity, with inspiration, with intuition, with insight, with all these things. Unless we take the problem from that point, all the other things will be promises and false solutions that ultimately will keep us stuck in the same point. We can do tantric mysticism, we can do whatever we want, we can change our psychological mind by resetting I'm a good guy, I'm a good guy, I'm a good guy. The fact is going to be there that the mind is going to run the game all the time.